They used to publicly execute women in your town, the ones they considered too strange or dangerous to exist. 7 women, 2 villages, Hadley, Leigh-on-Sea, and Essex, villages whose names stopped being legends the night I took a train to your house. In my version, I say I liked how you moved at the open mic, and you tell me you have a 20-page novella about 17th century witch hunts. In your version, I was the cute but stuck-up Chinese girl who never got around to reading it. In our version, you tell me we could be space opera art terrorists if I would just sit in your room and write with you, maybe let you align my chakras for me. You gave me a potion too new for a name in exchange for 3 hours of stories of tiptoeing around joss sticks and ghost toilet suicides and that one girl at my school who got possessed. Because I knew that if we kept talking, we wouldn't have to do anything else. Because in your town, they had special words for women whom they thought had too big a sense of adventure. They said they had extra nipples, killed cows, ruined harvests, dangled them off trees, built churchyards around them that you would one day sit in and wait until they told you where they lived and then started to dig. And I told you, where I come from, we don't fuck with spirits like that. I said, where I come from, they call that asking for it. My mother thought you were sweet. You said, I think she has a crush on me. I said, nah, she thinks your hair's too messy. You said, that bitch. But most days were pure magic. We screamed poems over the tombs of famous poets, turned London into our holy grail labyrinth, every street name a clue, every ancient statue a symbol, slept in the ruins of haunted castles, summoned a ghost you'd read about on Wikipedia called Wryneck Sally. I said, I don't really know how I feel about this. You said, but we have to write down her story. You said, come on, tell me another myth from your country. So I let you push my head underwater, let you laugh when I gagged, told you of a woman who jumped from the 5th story in a red dress, a red thread tied to her wrist. You always supposed that those 15th century witches would have laughed at how safely you lived. You would have told them that your bedroom contained enough potions and powders to have you put away in a cage for years. Except that you were a nice white boy who got his highs legal off the internet. You, your body, your own invisible force field of safety, so you were forced to guinea pig yourself with chemicals to feel brave. Camped out in haunted castles, laughed at no trespassing signs to convince yourself that you were truly free. All I needed to do was to show up at your house alone to look reckless and foolhardy. Because if they found my body in your trash can, who would have believed I was just there to sit and take drugs and write poetry? You wanted visions, talking spirits, Eastern wisdom, gods with hard-to-spell names, prayers you could barely pronounce, and one more Asian girl to teach English to. And I wanted legends, witches, Mayan calendars, ancient ruins in side streets, magic between gray clouds and greasy fish and chip shops, something medieval, something profound. But what did I expect? We both came from towns built on the bones and half-forgotten stories of dead girls, dug them up to make ourselves sound more interesting, continued listening long after they stopped rotting. So we shackled ourselves together, drank enough potions to believe we had wings, recited enough spells to take the myths in one another's mouths, held hands and threw ourselves off cliffs to find something at the bottom worth writing about. But instead, we found human flesh. Your last email about how I was a hypocrite, shaving my head, but still acting like such a girl. Act exactly how I had taken advantage of you, demands for that money, for that jumper of yours I had lost, writhing and kicking, trembling and gasping, and a sea too shallow to swim in. All right, thank you. So this is my last poem.